Hey guys, what's going on? It's Meshi with Path to Wellness with Meshi. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. And as you can tell by the title, we are ready to set up our 2020 planner from Erin Condren. Finally, my order has arrived because if you don't know the backstory, I will tell you in a moment. But we're ready to get started with planning our 2020 lineup and put all of these beautiful plans together and make our most intentional year yet. So if you wanted to see a slight unboxing, because literally my order just came in today, and a setup of how I'm going to kind of put all of these plans together, then just stay tuned and let's get right into it. But before we do, you already know what's coming. If you are brand new here, thank you so much for joining me. If this is the first time that we're meeting, thanks so much for sharing your time and your space with me. I'm so glad that you are here. We usually chat at least a few times a week here. We're trying to keep it a little bit more regular for the new year. So we're shooting for Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And we chat about things like this one, like planning and becoming more intentional. Sometimes we talk a little bit about spiritual practices and moon rituals and things like that. But overall, we chat about how to live a more intentionally driven life, whether that's through planning or through movement or through yoga. I kind of bring you into my entire world and then kind of see what happens. Okay, without further ado, why don't I just bring you overhead and I will do, it's not an unboxing, but I will just why don't we just get started, shall we? Okay, I lied once again. First of all, if you hear noises, that's because it's Sunday, which means that children are roaming around basically everywhere, so they are noisy, and that's just what we do. We just deal with the noise and then we go with that. Okay, I am so excited, you guys. I'm so excited that I absolutely felt the need to sit down, chat with you guys, talk to you about what's going on with planners, because we're going through a little bit of a planner drama. I didn't realize that that's going to be a thing this year, but anyway. Basically, what's happening is that I thought that I would be actually sitting down and filming my lineup for 2020 through Happy Planner, which I sort of have, but I'm going to have to refilm the whole thing because I didn't realize that Happy Planner is going to go through some struggles with their planner orders, that anyone who has placed an order in December is struggling to receive it, especially if you are in Canada. So I placed an order back at the beginning of December and I'm still patiently waiting for it. But in the meanwhile, I have so many different areas that I would like to set up for the year that I felt like really uneasy. So I looked at the planners from Erin Condren, and as most of you know, if you have been following me here for a while, you know that I don't own an Erin Condren planner until today. So as I looked at their planners, I kind of realized that maybe the Erin Condren system is going to be a little bit more functional for me. I will unbox it. We will kind of chat a little bit about how I'm planning on setting it up for the year and see how that's going to work out for me. But I know that I'm going to be going back and forth a little bit, at least for the next 6 months, with Erin Condren and Happy Planner, because the planner that I purchased, and I intentionally did this, so before anyone starts commenting in the comment section to tell me that I bought the wrong planner, I really didn't. I bought July 2019 to July 2020 planner. So my planner is actually only good for about 6 months, and I did that on purpose because I didn't know if I'm going to be jumping on the bandwagon of buying an Erin Condren planner. So I only wanted to give myself about 6 months. And I know it looks like a waste of money, but if I really like it, I figured that I can actually just recoil and just use this planner, or I might just buy a new planner and then just kind of do a little bit of Franken planning. We'll see how it goes. But I'm so happy I did this because, for one, it came in a day, and for another, I'm also excited, not just because like shipping and all of that aside, I really realized that the planner that I was using up to this point wasn't really functional to the way that I would really like to plan. I really would like to plan as in, I kind of think of it like when you're organizing your closet, and I don't want to spend too much time decorating it. I want to spend more time planning it and using it as an actual functional tool. So I felt like between the sticker sets and the way most people actually set up their planners, it gives me the opportunity to do that. And then I don't really feel like, oh, I need a separate planner for the different things that I want to include. Having said all of that, I will still continue to use Happy Planner in conjunction with Erin Condren, but I definitely feel like the Erin Condren planner will be the type of planner that I can kind of go back to, and I can actually put a lot of intentional things in there, if that makes sense. Fingers crossed. Let's hope that it works out, because honestly, I feel all of you out there that are struggling with setting up your planners and then using it as a functional tool so that it makes you more intentional and it makes you more productive. Sometimes you get caught up in the productive part and then we kind of forget the intentional part. And so that's sort of what my hope and my direction is with everything. And I'm giving myself the opportunity and the freedom and the grace to kind of play around with it and see how it goes. And hopefully it will go well, because I really enjoy like a clean look and like structure, but I also like to sometimes decorate my planners. So that's it for rambling. Let's bring you overhead and I will show you exactly what I got and we can kind of start setting it up. So let's go. I figured it would be helpful if first we kind of just reviewed what I actually received before we kind of start using it. So if you are brand new to Erin Condren like I am, then you can kind of see what you actually receive with your planner when you purchase it. So first and foremost, and then I'll show you what I actually just purchased separately. So let's just go through what I purchased separately. So I bought this colorful stickers pack. They're basically see-through stickers, so they're printed on clear, and you have like all of these beautiful colors. Altogether you get I think it's 900 stickers, and then the last sheet has gold, silver, and rose gold as well. And basically the reason why I purchased these is because there's a section in the beginning of the planner that has dates. So I'll just show you. What you would do is you would just take one of these clear stickers and then you can just kind of, they fit perfectly over like any of the dates. So if you wanted to, let's just zoom you in. There we go. So if you wanted to kind of mark something special, then these would be really suitable for that. So let's put this aside for now. I also bought 2 separate sticker books because I knew that I will be using them. I knew that I wasn't sure how many stickers you actually receive with the planner itself. So I kind of wanted to be on the safe side. So this one is the Erin Condren Designer Sticker Book, the 5th edition. And this is a monthly collection. So what you get is basically the 12 pages of the 12 months, and then each of them are themed for you. And basically here you get some foiled stickers with the decoration, you get some colorful boxes, as well as a couple of sticker sheets in the bottom of each page, and then you can kind of use that as like an accent. But I knew how beautiful these are, so I really wanted to kind of have this. And then the other one, it's a classic collection. So this is a designer sticker book. It's a classic collection, also 5th edition. So I'll just show you what these look like. But these have some functional boxes in there. Some of these circle cutouts, some more functional boxes, some hexagons. And they are in between foiled and not foiled. But from the looks of it, every single one of them have an element of either gold foiling or silver. These are some clear stickers that you can also use. Some clear stickers, but they're sized appropriately, which is something that I really like about this, that it's not so oversized that you're sort of wondering, like, what will you do with it? And then here you have some celebratory stickers. Some more clear stickers and some hexagons. And then some to and from, and then that's it. So I cannot wait to dive into that. Now, what will you actually receive when you purchase your planner? Again, most of you that already have a planner, you can just skip through this. I will just leave a time link in the bottom. But for those of you that are brand new and you never actually owned an Erin Condren planner, this was really a nice surprise for me. So there's a couple of stickers that you get that says enjoy to and from, which I would imagine that you could just kind of put here as if you're gifting it. You also receive 3 looks like these are just like thick cardstock prints. This one says, "Don't give up. Great things take time. When you don't know what to do, do what you know. And today is another chance to get better." So I think that you can use these as bookmarks within your planner, or you can just use them as just normal bookmarks. And then you open her up. I moved it already, but I'll just bring you over to January. It came with this really cool snap-in Erin Condren ruler. And then when you first open it up, basically there's a dry erase page where you can kind of keep notes. This almost feels like rice paper to me, but it has like the see-through effect. It looks really pretty. And then here you can just put in your name. These two pages, they're just so pretty. And then you have a 2-year at a glance here, which you can kind of use however you wish. I usually use these for either financial updates or for birthdays or like any special events that are happening. And I can see myself just color coordinating it down in the bottom. I usually just use like, oh my gosh, what are you? A midliner. But if I have like those little circle stickers, I see myself using that instead. And then here, I've seen many different ways that people use these. The new beginning, new mindset, new focus, new start, new intentions, new results. So I'm going to leave this blank for the time being. Only because like the only thing that I would like to do here really is just set up the months so that like the monthly stickers are already in. And then that's basically it. And then we can kind of hop over to January, which is where we're at. You get a note section page, and then here you can kind of write in your birthdays, like anybody's birthdays that's coming up, then monthly goals. There's an area again that's kind of left blank, which I would love to use. I think that I will be using this mainly for maybe for intentions, and then this can be like a monthly tracking sheet, which is from the looks of it, that's how it's actually set up. And maybe we can put like a quote here. I don't know. For the time being, I'm going to just leave it blank so that we can kind of figure it out as we go. Then you have your monthly layout, and then you move into your weekly. So we can, right now this is the week we're on, and I bought the hourly setup, which I'm so happy I did, because sometimes like I just have appointments at like certain times of the day, so it's kind of nice to see like how you can actually structure your day so it becomes a little bit more functional. And then you come to the very end, so this goes until July. So after the months are finished, then you have a note section. So there's a few pages available here. And then you also have a coloring page. Some people have said that they never want to use this. I totally see myself using this. I don't know. Like I see myself as a doodling page, and then this can be sort of like a tracking page. But I would love to actually add in either goals for specific things, and then just start like checking them off. I see a lot of people use like their hexagon stickers and then just kind of start checking them off, but. And then here, this has 12 pieces of hexagon. So again, I think that this would be a really nice way to just kind of highlight your intention for each month. So maybe you pick, instead of picking a word, like a lot of you would pick a word for the whole year. What if we kind of picked one intention for the month that you would really like to embody? Or what we could also do is we can mark in the full moon, and instead of intentions, you can actually write in what you're releasing. And in that way, this can be like a really meaningful type of page that you can kind of check back in on, and then you can sort of measure your progress that way. And then for content, I see myself using this more for business purposes rather than for personal, because a lot of the contacts that I keep track of are basically my phone. But this would be a really nice way to see, like, you know, who do you want to collaborate with? Like, I see myself more using this for business more than anything else. And then after that, you have like the upcoming years. And then here we are, like you have some stickers that are included with your planner, some weekly, some monthly, and then some decorative stickers. and then some functional boxes, which I so appreciate. And then there's a double-sided binder. And then here, it's called a perpetual calendar, where you basically just have the months broken down, and then you can use these for whatever you want. This would be nice for like birthdays, for gratitude, for wellness tracking. If you want to use this, I can see this for mainly for like billing, something that you can kind of check back in for. We'll see how that one goes. And then at the very end, again, this looks like a dry erase page to me. And you can just add like some notes. But keep in mind, like this, the front and the back cover actually removes. So, you know. Okay, that's it about the review. Why don't we dive right in and at least just do the basics of setting it up so that we're kind of in cohesive shape for next week. So since we started with just writing in my name, I figured I would just hop right over to the page where we can go into our intentions for each month. So here I'm just setting up the stickers for each month from that monthly booklet that I showed you a little bit earlier. And it took me a moment to kind of figure out how I wanted to break these intentions down, but I finally settled on breaking them down into family or home. I added a category here for movement, for budgeting, and for business. So it looks like it's a small space, but in the next plan with me, I will show you how it kind of worked out. And for now, I only filled out like I think 1 or 2 months, but this way I kind of feel like this can be like a place where you want to write in like special dates, or you can also use this to put in, you know, something that you're like really looking forward to that's coming up for you, or something like financially related that is really important. So I kind of thought that this would be like a really nice area where we can kind of keep track of that. And I just love the sticker set because all of the colors are themed, and like the entire page is sort of themed up and ready to go. So I find it extremely elegant. And as you can tell, I do have someone in the frame helping along, adding all the stickers in. I'm not going to finish setting this up, but I just wanted to at least show you what I have in mind for each of these pages before this becomes like a 5-hour long video. Okay, so for under the notes section, I was thinking that I can actually use this as, so here I set it up as an annual family goals, and then we'll write down where we would like to go on vacation and when. So we'll just write where to, when. For renovation, any type of home renovation that we would like to do, I'm going to just write where, like what area of the home, how much does it cost, and then when we would like to have that done by. Now under mindfulness and lifestyle and culture, I want to add and include events and activities and things like that that we can do as a family or as a couple, and I can actively, consciously plan them in rather than just allowing just a yoga class. Or not that I'm knocking yoga classes, but yoga becomes sort of like a lifestyle to me rather than like, oh, you get to go to a yoga class, you know what I mean? So I want to add like random road trips, or you know, things like random acts of kindness, or you know, gourmet dinner night, things like that. I want to really write down what it is, why, and when I would like to do that. Then I want to put in date nights, and instead of writing down like here are the restaurants that I would like to go to or whatever, I want to kind of break them down into season, because this planner I'm planning on having it until like early summer. So I want to put down some date night ideas for winter and then date night ideas for spring, and they are going to be different for each season. So I will complete that off camera, just because I can show you guys at my next plan with me of how it all turned out. But honestly, I don't want this to be like a super long video, even though it actually is. The next section, I'm setting this up under health and wellness. So these are going to be my goals for health and wellness. So I'm here all my annual, like my big goals that I would like to focus on under health and wellness. So things that are like 9 or 10 months out in advance, and then I kind of work my way back from there. And then I also wrote down, what will it take? So one of my goals under health is actually to be able to run another half a marathon. That's going to be in around September, October, somewhere around there. I can write in what it is and then the date. And then for that to happen, I need to join in, or I would like to join in the running club. So that would kind of come here, and then run a 10K and like schedule in a few 5K runs. So that's just one specific example. But I mean, I also would like to include under health and wellness, you know, daily meditation and going to a rock spa or going to like a salt room or like things like that. I kind of want to just dump it all here, like all of my wellness goals, what the completion date is and what my halfway check-in point is, because I want them to be really date specific, and then after that I can actually migrate all of this information into my big planner. Okay, moving on. This is all business related. I run a physical location, like I run a wellness clinic, so for that I manage people and things like that. But also, I don't know if I will be using this specific page or the next page that I will be showing you for anything online that I create. But for now, I just put in like the annual direction and focus, like what would I like my business, like what direction, what trajectory I see that it's going to be moving into, what will that take, what is my, and then here for quarterly check-in, I actually wrote down the 4 quarters so that I have a check-in date for each quarter and I kind of know how things are going. And then people you'll need support from, and then the budget. So people I will need support from, the people that work for me, the any type of courses or extra support that I will need or hire, like if you need a receptionist or like whatever it is, I kind of want to be able to write it down here and then just have a basic understanding of a budget of like how much will that take. Now, speaking of money, so I wanted an entire page dedicated for financial goals. So I'm putting down my savings plans and then my main financial goals of what they are and what date I would like to complete them by, and then what my halfway check-in is. That's all I could think of for financial goals for now. But then here under financial goals, I want to write in what it is, what does it cost, and when would I like to be able to achieve that. So things like paying back credit card debt, like if I have a specific payment plan that's already created for that, or like having an emergency fund in place, or RSPs, or like whatever it is, I kind of want to write all of them down and then have a specific timeline so that I know when I will get there. I'm leaving this as a brain dump ideas, but also as an inspiration page of anything that kind of comes up that pops into my head like throughout the month. And then I want to be able to just have a space where I can just kind of write it down of like a new business idea or like a new direction or people that I would like to work with or like whatever it is. I kind of want to just leave that somewhat blank. And then this, I thought of this and I thought that this would be a really nice addition. This is a personal development page. So books I would like to read, food I would like to try, places to go, mindset shifts. So any mindset shifts that are like really bugging me, that are really holding me back, I want to kind of write them down here. And then any conferences or any online courses, like any courses that I'm interested in taking or any conferences that I'm willing to attend. Who is it by? When will it happen? How much does it cost? What is the topic? And did I actually go or not? I'm leaving this blank because I've got nothing. And then for this page, I was thinking I'm going to write in on maybe like on the sideline or like somewhere around here. I would like to write in the lunar calendar and mainly just write in the when the full moon is, so that I can kind of again add that into my calendar, then create a ritual. And then I think that I will be writing in the mindset shift or the physical thing that I'm actually releasing each month that is no longer serving me. Well, the very first one, I guess I don't even know where we start here, but first one was actually just this past weekend. I believe it was on Friday. So it was on January, I believe it was January 11th. I will correct myself if I'm wrong, but I believe it was January 11th or the 10th, one or the other. So I can just kind of write in like what I was releasing for this lunar cycle, and then keep in touch. I want to use this contact page not as like keeping track of names, but mainly like accounts, like people that are like great to collaborate with. So like YouTubers, Instagrammers, anyone on social media, that any content creator that I would like to keep tabs on, or that I think that it would be a great fit to collaborate with, or to try to interview, or anything like that, or just like find inspirational. I would like to keep track of that here, which I think is a lot more useful than, you know, you put in like your plumber's name. Like, that's already in your phone. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below which Erin Condren planner you have and how you end up using it, and how long have you been using it for. I feel like I didn't realize like how functional this tool is going to be, honestly, until I looked on their website, and you know, and then I went down the rabbit hole of just like being mesmerized by all of the pretty things. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, you already know what to do. You can give me a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I release a new video. And in the meanwhile, just keep journaling and playing with your stickers, and keep just making things beautiful, because you know that you're just so much more powerful than you think. And I will see you guys again in my next video. Bye!